Hi folks, the Nintendo scene has recently been very active. Why is that? Because there has been again a number of rumors and speculations about the next Nintendo console. And we get these pretty often. I think the last time we were so hyped about something new is, at least for me, it was for Tears of the Kingdom. But this is different. We're not just talking about a new game, we're talking about a whole new console. This could be a very big year for Nintendo. There's also the option that we'll get nothing or a new shit console, so I also wanna, you know, talk about that. But today I'm mostly just gonna talk about what I want from the Nintendo console and what most people have been saying about it. So, let's talk about the features. Everyone kind of thinks that the next console will be a lot like the Switch and will probably feel like the 3DS next to the 2DS. There have also been fan-made pictures where people would make like a version where the Switch has two screens, which I think is pretty fun because I personally really like the clamshell designs, but it's not really realistic that we're gonna get that. It's more like the Switch is just very old by now and it just needs a major update to keep up with every other console in the game right now, especially after the release of the PS5 and whatnot. So we should expect a big power upgrade with more space on the next console, better screens, and maybe we could even play third-party releases without the Switch just having like 9 FPS, and yeah, that would be nice. I'd like to play Batman or Knights. I would hope that the next console screen is OLED, but there have been leaks that say that it isn't, and there have been leaks that say that it will be. So now people are thinking more of the direction of two consoles with one being priced higher. I've heard smaller design wishes like the C-pad being a cross instead of 4 buttons. That'd be really great, but what I'd really like would be colored buttons, like we had on the new 2DS and 3DS XL. I generally like to see a more retro approach because the Switch is just very dull and there's no life to it, especially in the menu, which I will get into later. The opposite could also happen, so like they could completely abandon the Switch feature and just go with a more standard console that probably would have more power, but I think that'd also be like kind of stupid and not fitting for Nintendo. Because they're just kind of the company to do something really inventive after a long time of not having done something, and are not the people who will just run with the stream, but rather be the people who bring out the Switch and just revolutionize the whole market, or just release different types of DSs for a whole decade. I do think that they will do something different, I just think that it won't be like a big twist. Something tells me that they will do the dock different, but I could be like completely wrong with that. Another thing that many people have been talking about is the backwards compatibility. And I'm just saying that if the next console won't be backwards compatible, I'm gonna be really sad. I think that they should definitely have the space for that. But I'm gonna go into non-physical Switch purchases later. So, now I'm gonna talk about the software and maybe apps for the next console. Like I said earlier, I really want a more lively feel with the next console. That includes music in the menu, that includes like maybe customization for the background, and like a better menu design in general. I've recently been obsessed with the idea of getting a 3DS, and from everything I know, that feel is what I want for the next Nintendo console. What I don't think will happen is a new version of Miiverse because there's just too many opportunities for weird people to be there, even though they are all already opportunities to be creepy on the internet here, but it's just different when it's a console with there more kids on there, so yeah, no social network. Even though I do hope that there will be more than just YouTube and Twitch. I've generally got the feeling that they will still go more digital. I still hope for physical releases because I just think they're nice to have. But hopefully you will be able to transfer your Nintendo account and your games to the next console. And maybe even connect it to a phone app because the current Nintendo website is just really crappy to browse on. That would also really add to the Switch factor. I mean, you take your phone everywhere, so if they would release an app that goes hand in hand with the Switch, then it would be just a great addition. I don't want to specify that I don't mean an app like the Nintendo Online app, because I think that one sucks as well. So now we're gonna go over to the potential lineup for the next Nintendo console. And damn, there have been game names floating around. People are expecting the next 3D Mario, and or both Mario Donkey Kong game. Also Metroid 4, I don't know much about Metroid, I'm sorry. But I just know that a lot of people have been waiting on this, and this could be the opportunity. I've also heard rumors about a third-party game, and I think that'd be cool if Nintendo would cooperate with some other company to make a game that they could show off their graphics on. Like, hey, oh my god, we can actually play this game with good graphics. Damn, what a dream. Some random things that have been floating around in my mind is a 2D Zelda remaster. I think it's just been time. I don't know. It's just wishful thinking. Maybe that's just for the future. Maybe they're working on a DS Nintendo expansion pack, or just that it will be added for not more money. So yes, everything that I could think of. But if they're going in a 3DS direction, what would happen if we would get Flipnote back? Woo! Oh my god, we need a stylus. Nintendo, we need a stylus, okay? You can't draw in Splatoon, it's awful. It would generally just more cute, personalized menu stuff, games. That'd be nice, please. So, but what will happen now? Because the console is probably not gonna go out for like maybe even like a year. There's none proof for the console to be out this year. And at first, I was like even a little skeptical about people thinking that. But I'm also a Zelda fan, so I had like 50 delays. Nintendo doesn't usually do that with their consoles, though. So right now, everyone's just kind of expecting a direct this month, so January or February. Usually, Nintendo always brings out a direct in February, so that would be the more probable option. But I'd be really excited if they'd make an exception because it's a new console. Because in the last direct, the games that they announced were either remasters or remakes, and there was only like the Peach game that was new. So I feel like they're like cleaning up and making place for new stuff. Not new games, new console. I just really hope that I'm not gonna be disappointed by the next direct, because I'm like, in my mind, everything just revolves around the next direct, and I think many people have that right now. Now there are also theories about them just doing a presentation instead of a direct. So about the release, I think it's gonna be either winter holidays or next year summer. I can wait because it's just fun to have this hype phase. I don't care. It's fine. I've waited like 50,000 years for TOTK, so I'm good. Still very hyped though. It's still somewhat scared to get disappointed. For the conclusion, I see that Nintendo could currently go in many directions. They could go for a more classic feel, like I hope, or they could be like completely jumping on the digital train, which I don't hope so much. But they could also do like a fusion, or they could do something completely new, something even bigger and more advanced. I don't know. I just really hope that they won't let us down. I hope that it's not gonna be a Wii U. Speculations about the name. Right now, people are just calling it Switch 2 or the next Nintendo console or whatever. I have heard people saying that it's the Super Switch or the Switch Plus or I don't know, the Switch Pro. I've seen many things. I'm not sure. I don't think we're gonna get it right with the guesses. So, like, I'm just gonna be open to anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. It is my first video, so I don't really know what to do. If I should, like, ask for what you think in the comments. I don't know. Just, yeah, I hope you had fun, you know? And stay tuned for, like, I guess the direct. If I'm not releasing this post direct, that would be very awkward. Goodbye.